So the Dana White Contender Series Week 2 episode just finished, and I'm depressed. George Hardwick fucking lost. Like he got clearly outclassed by Abdul Al Sawadi. Generally, I can't believe it. Like I slept on Abdul Kareem Al Sawadi fucking horribly because he put on an amazing performance. Got a 30-27 against George Hardwick. George Hardwick uh, didn't look like himself out there, so maybe the pressure got to him. Maybe El Sawadi's game was just really good, like his feinting, his movement, and everything was really good. But it was shocking. El Sawadi didn't even win with the wrestling; he won by striking. Hardwick stuffed every takedown except for one, I think, and every time. The one time Hardwick was down, the two times Hardwick was down, he still got right back to his feet. Like he slipped and got back to his feet. Like his grappling was actually really good. Like Hardwick's grappling game is something we learned that he actually has good grappling defense, good takedown defense, good get ups. But yeah, also Adi man, fucking he was just it was just a masterclass from him pretty much. Hardwick was getting touched up in the first. He like I say, he didn't look like himself. He wasn't throwing combos like he normally does, but either that's the pressure of the Dana White Contender Series, or it's just because of El Sawadi's game. Like I don't know, you can't really hate on El Sawadi there. Like he generally looked really good out there. Like, yeah, I can't believe it. Like, I can't believe they made Hardwick go through Contender Series, but he didn't win. But this will be a learning experience for Hardwick. I reckon get him back in Cage Warriors. He'll win a couple fights and he'll be back. At least now he knows what he has to work on in his game, his defense, his striking defense. But his takedown defense was good, which at least we learned that from him. But El Sawadi, man, what a performance! So he got a contract, and we'll talk about the other fights. So Karolapis Gregorio, he beat Cameron Smotherman. I knew Smotherman's chin was a bit sus. I did say that in my prediction. I did pick Smotherman though, but yeah, Smotherman got dropped, and then he was getting pounded out. The stoppage may have been a little bit premature, but personally, I didn't think it was. But you could argue that he could have survived that, but he was going to go out. He was getting fucking ground and pounded like deadly. Like he was getting, yeah, he was. There was no escape for him there. I think he would have gone out because he was just getting hit and hit. But yeah, so Cyprus has the fighter. They haven't had a fighter since, for a while. He's the second Cypriot fighter, so that's good for them. It's always good to get some more international fighters. Mora, she got a submission pretty dominantly. I did horrible for my picks here. I am not doing good. I'm turned into Shivani the Greek because I'm not getting anything right. But Mora won by submission. She rear naked choked Janavina Silva. Hyder Emil, he had a really good performance against Sanmez, which I thought he won. He dropped Samez in the first round. Samez did no damage at all. He was going for takedowns. He was going the whole fight for takedowns and trying to get his grappling game in, but Emil just stuffed everything, hit to the body, went upstairs, just fought the fight he needed to fight pretty much, which you love to see. The one thing that did annoy me about Emil's performance, there were so many moments where he could have done a lot more damage. Like Sonmez kept putting his head down. It's like when they were standing, it's like you gotta need him to the head so many times. Or when you were sprawling, you gotta hit him to the body. Like he eventually did, but I was just thinking the whole time, come on, hit him to the body. Like he's already gassing. If you keep hitting him to the body, he's gonna gas even more. But still good on Amran Samez to stay in there and not get finished. But I thought Harder Emil won that fight, so that was good to see. Ibo Asalan got a KO against Paulo Hanato Jr., so now Turkey's got a fighter in the UFC. I don't think there's currently any Turkish fighters in the UFC. Of course, there was Gökhan Saki back in the day, but yeah, that's good to see some Turkish representation in the UFC. He looked pretty good in his fight. Got the KO. Hanato Jr. didn't really have anything for him. So yeah, that was a good performance from Aslam. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they match all these guys up. I don't think you can really throw any of these guys like straight to the top of the division. Aslan, let me look at light heavyweight because there could be some interesting fights for him. He's already fought Anton Takej back in the day, so maybe he can. Let's see. Let's look at the rankings because I feel like if anyone's going to be the first person to get a fight booked, it's going to be him. Al Sawadi called for a fight in Abu Dhabi in October, so he could probably get that. But I don't know. It's gonna be. I don't think any of these guys are really gonna do anything massive in the UFC. Maybe Al Sawadi can because he beat Hardwick, and Hardwick's a pretty good guy. Now everyone's gonna be hating on George Hardwick, which is annoying, but he'll be back. But still, I can't believe that performance from Al Sawadi. Okay, yeah. So light heavyweight doesn't have many fighters. They have 36 fighters. So maybe you could do, if Kamor's still in the UFC, maybe you could do him versus Asalan, or Ihor Pretoria versus Asalan. That makes some sense. Or Ming Yang Zhang. He hasn't even fought yet since he got signed from the road to the UFC, so maybe you could do him versus Asalan. That'd be cool. But yeah, I don't know how you're gonna matchmake all the other guys. I'll probably do a separate video for that if I'm gonna talk about that. But yeah, man, yeah, that was like all respect to Al Sawadi, but I really wanted to see George Hardwick in the UFC. But I knew that stylistically El Sawadi was a tough matchup for him, but I thought he would chin him. Like El Sawadi's durability, I don't know what happened, but his durability was so good this fight. Like he ate a lot of big shots. In his last fight, when he got hit, he literally was rocked. It's like, I don't know, it's crazy. But respect to him, I'm impressed. That was an impressive performance, but it does make me sad that George Hardwick lost. But it is what it is. Next week, week 3, who's going to be on that card? Let's have a look. Because they've done back-to-back every fighter being signed, so it'll be interesting. So we got an Israeli middleweight, Urban Elliott. He's a bit decently named. I'm worried for picking cage warriors fighters now though, because I can't believe Hardwick lost. Robbie Ring versus Louise Pitcher. So yeah, this should be a good card. I'll try to do some extra research because obviously I'm slacking because I'm getting all these fights wrong. I only got Hyder Emil right this card. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time, and I'm going to cry myself to sleep now that George Hardwick's lost. Nah, just kidding. I'll catch you. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.